by and large, unless you have a family member or a friend that's in the military, this war or these wars really haven't had an impact on life as a whole. Not a discernible impact to the average Joe.
We don't have the selective service anymore. So those who are in the military and the service, no matter what branch, they volunteered for it. And I think we owe it to them to show some more gratitude than we have.
I was already in college and I just kind of felt like I needed to pay back something to my country because I'm taking a lot as an American in all aspects of life. I have a lot of freedoms to do whatever I want, whether it's practice whatever religion I choose or wear whatever I want to wear, and that's something that I think we take for granted here a lot. And I wanted to, I really felt like a very strong calling to serve my country in some aspect.
Andrea's not the only person in this church. She's not the only child. She's not the only individual, the only member of the church who's in the armed forces. And I think there's probably more than people realize, and I think that the church probably could do a lot more. Although I was in the service, I was in a non-combat zone. I was on the other side of the world. So it's a more intense feeling now when you've got one of your kids in a combat zone. It was pretty easy at first when she's here and she's in training and she's not going anywhere. The difficult part was when she left to go to Afghanistan. That's when all of the emotional things come up inside about being a parent. About your kids going off to war.
I think that just having been over there myself, I'd say I'm a little bit more prepared than most to send a loved one into basically harm's way. And where she's going and where I was, it is one of the hottest war zones on the planet right now. And it takes a lot of mental preparation, not only for the person going, but the family and the friends of that person.
Our support system here is the choir. We've been members of the choir for over 20 years, and through each child's career challenges and choices, especially with Andrea being deployed recently, that's been our biggest support system. As people share our joys and concerns each week, there's a lot of people that we find out have children serving in the military in different spots. Maybe not their own children, maybe nieces or nephews that are serving. So you know that you're not the only one that has a child in a dangerous area of the world.
I'm not going to lie, there are a lot of moral and theological conundrums in service to the military. Some of the most basic principles of not only the Presbyterian faith, but Judeo-Christianity are brought into conflict with the things that you're asked to do, or the things that you must do. For me personally, you have to believe in a greater good. That the things that you do and the things that you're asked to do are always working towards the preservation of your community, of human beings in general. What I liked about coming back to the church was that it was a slower pace. You had, an hour every week where you could kind of catch your breath. Society is loud. I don't think we understand it because we're used to the background noise, but coming back to traffic and television and radio and all these things, all these people moving and talking and walking, and it's a little overwhelming. So it's really nice to have the, for lack of a better term, sanctuary, where you can go and just kind of exhale.